Hi guys, my name is Aston Madonna coming to you from Focus Lab Photography and Studio. And in today's video guys, we are going to edit this image using Lightroom Mobile. So we are currently in Lightroom Mobile. You can download the app from the Play Store or the App Store. It's the same. It's the same for all devices. So what I'm going to do first, when tackling basic editing in Lightroom or any other software, you will basically first look for like what's wrong with the image, like what's the image lacking. You understand? So for me, firstly, when I start my edits, I do a little straightening. As you can see, it's 71 degrees there, 71 degrees. So I'm gonna straighten it again, and that's my crop. And I might even do a little bit of adjustments on the crop, because it's necessary sometimes. I don't want here at the top to be a lot of empty space. You understand what I'm saying? So next we are going into the editing tab on the right side. So what do we have here? We have exposure, contrast, highlights, shadows, we have whites, we have blacks. For now we're not going to use the curve tab. So this is basic editing guys. So firstly, when I look at the image, I want the highlights to be reduced. Why? Because I want to recover some details in the highlights. And then I'm tackling the shadows around 35, it's fine. And then as you can see here, the chair, as you can see, there is a lot of reflection from the chair. So I'm going to reduce the whites so that we get some details back. So it's minus 80, and that looks fine for me. As you can see before, let's say before and then after. So as you can see, we have already, remember guys, editing is not about doing too much. You should just get like the image to be nice and smooth. So we are going to go for blacks. My blacks, I'm going to decrease it by 30. It's very difficult to navigate around this thing here. Okay, I guess 31 won't do a lot of harm. So then I'm coming back to the top now, and I'm just adding a tad bit of contrast, like just enough, not too much. A 15 should be fine. And then as you can see already, there's a lot of improvement right there. Now we're going back into the tab. We are going to slightly increase the exposure, not too much. Remember guys, this exposure slider, it boosts the overall exposure, so we should be careful. So as you can see, the image is already better than it was. It's already better. So let's go into the color tab on your right side, and now we are going to increase the vibrance around 25. Remember guys, it all depends on your image. It doesn't mean like if I say 25 or 26, you have to do the same. I'm just giving you the basics of how I would go about editing my photos. So I am seeing that the oranges are coming in too strong there, so I'm going to reduce. on the saturation, just to balance it out. I think I should make it a bit more. Oh, it's difficult to navigate here. What are sliders? -3 should be fine. Yes. So after that, in this circle here, you can either make it black and white, or you can now go into the color grading tab, which I will not go into at this moment, where you do your color grading. So I'm going to go into this tab here. So here, what I'm looking at now is to reduce the reds a bit, because remember, reds is always in the skin tone. So I just want to decrease it a bit, because I can see, for me, that image, the skin tones it's too much red. So as you can see, a subtle adjustment, -5, that's more than enough for me. I'm also going to reduce the oranges a bit, just that bit, -2, and already the skin looks natural to me now. As you can see, the skin looks natural before, after. That's what we want. So, and then I'm going to go into my yellow tab and just increase the hue, so that we have like a nice transition. If you can look here at this image, I will show you now. If we take the hue that side and we increase the saturation, if you see this part of the image, it's now turning towards orange. And if we take the hue slider that way, it's turning much more to the greener side, because here on this part of this tab, this one, if you look at it, it's green, and this one here is yellow, it's orange, I mean. So if we take this slider, the hue slider, to the left, then we get more of the orange. You see, if we take it to the right, we get more of the greens. So I'm going to reduce, and that's how hue works. Hue works that way, guys. It just shifts your color, the current color, to the next color that you are targeting. So as you can see there, it's too much. That greens. Yes, so now I'm going to the greens. Excuse me, guys. So the greens, I'm going to decrease the luminance. The luminance slider only makes the specific color brighter or darker. If we move it all the way to the left, to the right, I mean, you can see that now the greens is too much. It's the highlights is too much on the greens. If we move it to the left, you can see it's too dark. So we need to find a balance, like where it looks realistic, guys. Always remember this, keep this in mind, that whenever you are editing photos, it should look realistic. Don't overdo things. And with the sliders, one can quickly go overboard. So I'm planning to move these blues more to I'm targeting the pens now. As you can see, the jean, the color is shifting a bit, and I'm going to make it a bit darker by dragging the luminance slider. As you should see the change there immediately. And I'm going for 20 on the saturation slider. If we can look at it before and after now, we can see that the image looks a lot better than it when we opened it. So now what I'm going to do now, on the right side of the screen, I'm going to my effects tab. And what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to add a little bit of clarity here. So not too much. I'm adding two. You see, it's very difficult to navigate this thing. Two, about +2 should be fine for me. Okay, I mean, it's difficult, guys. I'm going into the vignetting tab here, and then I'm just decreasing it around 30, around 30, and then I'm feathering it. If you can see what the vignetting does, it's just giving you those edges a little bit darker so that the subject can pop a little bit. And I'm going to adjust the roundness around 50. That's it. So now that we have our vignette, we are going to go in the details tab here, and sharpening is the first one. So for sharpening, I'm normally putting it at around 60. Details 40, and then I'm going to mask it around 70, 69. That's it. And then, guys, basically when we look at this image now, look at the before and there's the after. So now we have this image. As you can see, this image is totally transformed now, and we are going to go into the whites again. Here on the right side of the screen, we are going to the highlights, no, the whites. We are just going to increase it to take out some of that blue, and we should be good to go. As you can see, before and after. So guys, that's it from me. If you like this video, if you like the content, please hit the like button. And if you are new around here and would love to learn more in editing and photography in general, please consider to subscribe. Thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.